we live in a very interesting time where people will try all these different things, all these secrets, hacks, tricks to try to accomplish something, but really it's just a distraction to avoid the things that actually work. Right? And in this video, I'm going to share why I had to ditch one of these habits myself in order to start moving towards the direction that I want to go to in my life, in my business, and I hope you do the same. Hey, what's up folks? Jimmy here, Ingrained to Train, back with some more heat for you guys. Before I move forward though, let me just tell you that if you're enjoying this content, please help support the channel by like, share it, and subscribe. Really appreciate it. You know, your kind gestures do not go unnoticed. So I definitely appreciate everybody's effort, those who engage with me, all the good comments and feedbacks I've gotten so far. Much appreciated. Just motivates me to keep getting in front of the camera, keep pumping more and more quality content for you guys. Okay. Now, today I just wanted to touch base on, I see videos on this pop up all the time, right? It's so popular. And it's interesting because it's popular for the wrong reasons, right? And what am I talking about? The Millionaire Morning Routine. Guys, you go online, you can, just Google or go on YouTube and Millionaire Morning Routine, and all these results pop up. You see all the influencers talk about the 5 a.m. club or 4 a.m. club, or what they, do to, how they started getting up early and they make $1 million and all these different things. And it's so interesting to me, right? Because it shows that people are trying to do better. However, there's one big flaw with trying to look up somebody else's morning routine. And I'll share my story to kick it off. So I first learned about morning routines by reading a book called The Miracle Morning by 𝐿𝐻𝐿. And it was a great book, not taking anything away from the book. And that's when I first really was like, you know what, I need to be more intentional with how I start my day. So I did start getting up at a consistent time. I would journal, I would meditate, I would do some light, like 5-minute sort of movement. Trying to think what else I did in the beginning. That was it in the beginning, and then I added to it, right? As these whole morning routines started to become more popular, right? I just started adding to my plate. So I started getting up even earlier. I heard Kobe Bryant say, yeah, when you get up at 3 in the morning, right, you can get more reps and your competition never catches up to you. So I started getting up at 3 in the morning. I started meditating. I was, I added Wim Hof breath work and Soma breath work, which I'm a big fan of. I was doing, 30 minutes to an hour breath work in the morning. I'm still doing gratitude. I'm still journaling. I would listen to motivational videos in the morning. I was doing all these things in the morning, right? I was getting all this stuff done my first hour and a half, 2 hours some days in the morning, right? The Millionaire Morning Routine. And if an influencer said this is what they did in the morning, I just would add to it. And let me tell you, that's a mistake that I was making, and that's a mistake most people make. When it comes to your morning routine, how you start your day, it's very individualized, right? What Elon Musk does in his morning does not apply to Jimmy. It does not apply to you. We are not living the lifestyle that he lives, so we should not be starting our day how he starts his day, right? A single mom of 3 kids, right? She has a different schedule than the 25-year-old fresh college graduate who just started a career, right? So it's very individualized. So it doesn't do you any good to just mimic somebody else's morning routine, okay? So you have to figure out what things will fit best in your life. What fits your lifestyle? What do you have time for? What does your energy allow for? How much time can you devote to some sort of routine in the morning to get your day started, right? I hate to break it to you, these millionaires are not millionaires because they have this specific morning routine that you just fall in line and then you become a millionaire because you do what they do. It's not how that works. I know multi-millionaires who don't get up early. I know multimillionaires who don't meditate. I know multimillionaires who don't practice gratitude. I know multimillionaires who don't do, any of the conventional things that the influencers have built a brand around promoting. So what I want you to understand is that the morning routine, while not bad in theory, can be a huge distraction and actually could be quite unproductive, right? And again, I'll just go back to how it impacted me, right? So I was diligent, right? And I kept adding all these things, and what wound up happening to me was, because I was getting up so early and I was doing so much in the beginning, in terms of, again, meditating, journaling, and all the other things I mentioned earlier, what was happening was a few hours later, I would crash and burn. Like I have no energy to do anything else. So I wound up taking 2 naps a day just to get through the day, because I was doing all this stuff in the morning. Now, granted, within that window, it was great, right? I felt good meditating and visualizing and showing appreciation for the things that I have and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, it was not making me more productive. It was actually hindering my production, because as the day went on my breaks from training, I just wanted to sleep. I had nothing left, right? So it actually was holding me back from doing the things I need to do to grow the brand, to grow the business. Again, it all sounds great, getting up at 3 in the morning, outwork your competition before the sun comes up and all that good stuff. But you got to understand that just because it worked for somebody doesn't mean it's going to work for you, right? So I ditched the Millionaire Morning Routine, and I still have a system that I do, but it's actually much, much, much more condensed. It's literally only 15 minutes, right? So I sleep a little later now. I'm not getting up at 3 in the morning anymore, so I get that extra hour and a half sleep. It's made a huge difference in my energy. And when I get up, I drink my water, I hydrate, and then I still do gratitude. I only do 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes of gratitude, 5 minutes of breath work, and then I do a couple minutes of stating my intentions for the day. That's it. Done. Right? Just a few minutes and I'm done. I start training clients and I go about my day. Since I made this switch, guys, I'm not taking 2 naps a day anymore. I'm much more energized. I'm getting other things done. Now I'm back again, filming videos, posting content, doing the things that I need to do that is gonna move my business forward. Before, when I was doing the Millionaire Routine, I was doing all these things at 3 in the morning and I wasn't getting any of that done anymore. I was too tired, I was too worn out, and it was impacting my mood, it was impacting my business. It wound up not being productive, right? And I don't want you to fall into that trap either. Again, there's nothing wrong with having a system and routine, but you gotta ask yourself, are you doing the things that are moving you towards your goal, or are you just doing activities that makes you feel like you're being productive, but it's actually keeping you right where you're at? That's the question you have to ask yourself, because a lot of people fall in that trap. They'll do activities that are not productive, but they feel good about it because they're doing something. However, it's not the things that's going to move them towards whatever they're working towards. Okay, so I want you to understand that. If anything, it's one thing that my old business coach used to always talk about, was he was on the opposite spectrum. He always talked about, what can I take out of my schedule? What can I take away? What can I just completely get rid of or pay somebody else to do, because I don't need to add anything else to my plate? That's what we need to think about. We always try to do more. We live in a do more society. Let me do more. Let me add this. Let me add that. Right? That's going to be, more is better. More is not better, guys. Better is better. And if you want to be more productive, if you want to have more energy, if you want to feel better to move towards your goals, you need to figure out what few things are the most important that you need to focus on. And then what are the things that you can either completely just get rid of, or you can delegate to somebody else. If you can figure that out, now your productivity is going to go to the next level. You're going to get more things done. You're going to feel better, because now you're going to see that progress that you've been looking for, right? And that's what we want. We want consistent progress. But if you're just doing activities that really don't have anything to do with reaching a goal or moving you forward. You're just doing stuff to feel busy. Again, the short term, you may be like, you may feel proud because you did a lot. However, you're gonna be upset, you're gonna be frustrated because you're not closer to your goal. And when we're not making progress, that's when we start to get anxious. That's when we start to get frustrated. That's when we start to get depressed. Tony Robbins always says, progress equals happiness. And how do we make progress? We do the simple things that need to be done every single day. We are consistent with it, we focus on it, and that's how we move towards the goal, okay? It's not just about doing stuff, right? We gotta do the right things. So I just wanna encourage you not to fall into that trap. Don't go online and Google Alex Hormozi Millionaire Routine. He just actually posted one, and it's actually an anti-morning routine video as well. His $100 million morning routine. Don't go looking to see what, you know, Elon Musk, Jack Dorsey, these billionaires do in the morning. Guys, it's not, their life is not your life. You know your schedule better than anybody else. You know what your responsibilities are. You know if you're a morning person or you're a later person. Because you know these things better than anybody else. You can determine, hey, I got 15 minutes, this is what I'm gonna do to kickstart my day, and then let's do it, okay? These are the things I need to focus on. It's gonna motivate me to do what I need to do to move the needle forward. These are the things that are gonna drive my business here. These are the things that are gonna improve my relationship. These are the things that are gonna improve my finances. When you know those things and you focus on them, that's where the magic happens. The magic doesn't just happen because you get up at 4 in the morning and without everybody else asleep, right? If anything, you're probably just you're making yourself more exhausted because you probably could have used that extra hour of sleep. Okay, so the magic is in doing those simple things daily that you need to do to create progress. Okay, so I hope that helps. If you got any questions about that, shoot me a message. Again, if you like the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. Again, my goal is to post on here consistently. I just want to keep adding value, help people change their lives so they can live their best life, because that's what it's about, guys. Again, if you got any questions, feel free to hit me up.